Hello, how are you? Thank you for viewing Mary's web pages. Always delighted to see you. This one is from Laura Buxton in KUSI Studios in San Diego. Laura and Mary were like mother and daughter, really, and it was fantastic. The energy they had when they went on air, and it was the ratings always went through the roof. You know, marvelous. And that we're dedicating this one to very special friends of ours in Ireland, Brendan and Brenda. I'm not going to say the last names. They come from Inniskilling, that's all I'll say. And they're lovely, wonderful people. When we first started touring Ireland, we stayed with them. We stayed many times in the house. We watched the kids grow, so with many photographs and many stories. So this is for you guys, God bless you. We hope you're okay now. And enjoy the video. You'll see that Laura has a little Mary Malone doll like this. Anyway, she gave us that doll, and Mary has it in a display cabinet at home now. Mary's webpage is now www.marymalone.com, or you can email Mary at mvickers, M-V-I-C-K-E-R-S 44 at hotmail.co.uk. Don't forget to subscribe, and Mary, ooh, ring that big. I'm going to ring it. One for Brenda and one for Brendan. Okay, guys. Bye, Brenda. Bye, Brendan.
With me. See, this is something, whenever I think of Mary Malone, I think of little angels. And so Mary isn't around, got one of these. She's kind of like having an angel on earth here. Mary Malone, who is well known throughout San Diego and in many parts of the world. In the Examiner, you and your husband Malcolm had, 80 million miles? You were written up in the Examiner.
No, they got a hold of us at long last. Yeah, it was great. I came around and got all the possible could about it.
Yeah. You know, San Diego has become a second home for you. And how do you describe yourself for those who may not know what Mary Malone does?
Well, a lot of people think I'm a psychic, which is clear seeing, and others call me a visionary. And a visionary is most what I do when I'm over in Ireland or in England as well, because it's healing I do over there. It's only here that I do my readings, because that's what the people want, Laura. And that's with a glass of water. Now, that's like a computer to me.
Everything. You just have a clear glass of water?
Yeah, and everything is wrote there. I couldn't tell you nothing if it wasn't in that glass of water. And that's another reason why I never do readings anywhere else.
But you know what's interesting, because I know you're only going to be here for 2 more Sundays on AM 1000 KCEO.
That's right.
Sundays 4 to 5. I've watched you in the years past when telephone calls come in, and they come in, but you don't have water there. You're just talking.
Oh,
you have the water there?
I have a glass of water there.
But you can't see
it. No,
you can't see these people, and you're talking about things that are most.
And that's another thing there. I'm so interested myself. You know, I get as much a kick out of it as the person that I'm giving a reading to, because I don't know what's coming up there. You know, it's just like a computer to me. So it's one of my guardian angels that does it, that works with me. And they're so good, you know. I mean, even last week, it was fantastic, the stories that was told to people. Now, to help them, you know, it's just not a story about anything and everything and nothing would help. It helps them.
When you were a child, in your family, a number of people seem to have...
My father was I've been to over 7 generations, and but they've never done anything with it. It's only me that has done this work with it. I allow the angels to take me, or we call them guides. And the guide can even be a person belonging to your own family that will come in and help you for that little while.
Whether it's, I think what you told me, my own father who died many years ago.
He's around you a lot, yeah.
And I can feel.
And you have an Irish woman with you as well, with a G. There's a G in her name, she looks Irish, and an A. And this person is with you an awful lot. It's a woman.
I know who it is.
Do you? Yeah.
Once a rabbi told me. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go on.
Tracy.
Oh,
you know, Tracy Allen, Burns and Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Do we all have one?
Everybody has their guardian angels, and they have a lot of angels. You can have one for your work, you can have one for your finance. And my one is very slow coming up with the finance, but and you can have one for your health. You know, there's hundreds of them just there, but none of them goes into your free will. You have that free will, and if you don't ask, you can sit at that door forever and not get any help. So call on them; they will help.
Now, you are a very, very devout Catholic with a very good sense of humor. Okay. So do some people ever see any contradiction between your very, very strong religious faith?
At the beginning, probably they would have, but as time goes on, and you know, every 7 years people change, and they grow spiritually, and I think they see where I am coming from. You know, I don't push anything on anybody. I'm Mary Malone, and that's it. You know, what you see is what you get.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Now, I know people, they like to have readings with you, and so you're going to have your number, and here it is right here, for private appointments, 1-888-256-8140. Now, Sunday, 4 to 5, 1000 KCEO, calling question 760-720-KCEO. We also have the 800 number. These we will have in full detail on our morning news line, which you can call after 10 a.m. So I know you're going to have to leave in a couple of weeks, but I'll just keep Gracie here until you come back, and we adore you.
Looking forward to that.
And you and your cheeky husband. Welcome. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you so much, Preston.